Yes, and I have a son to look after too, so it keeps me very busy.
Oh, I see. This is your first child?
Yes, first
Oh.
and last.
Why not?
I'm too old.
Oh, okay.
You have children?
No, I'm married, but I don't have children.
Do you want children?
I think I'm too old to have children.
See, I kind of said that myself. I think I'm too old as well.
Yeah. I think I'm older than you.
Well, you never know. You might be. I can't tell.
Yeah, yeah. Because I travel a lot because I have to go back to Thailand every year, and
Hmm.
I don't think it's a good idea to have kids.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to have a lot of kids.
Yes, it's quite expensive.
Hmm.
I agree.
Yes, very expensive. And oh,
Yeah.
speaking of kids, Raphael just joined us.
Hello, Simon.
Okay.
Hello, youngster.
Hello. And I don't have kids.
No, but I'm saying you're young compared to us.
Okay.
Okay. How was your day, Raphael?
It's been okay. It's been a quiet and normal and peaceful day. I've just study and do some tasks at my home.
Studying is good. I like to study. Oh, I hear my son crying. I wonder if he's got his foot caught in something again. He does that, you know. Crying is okay, and I'll let him cry, but then if he starts to do that strange crying, like he's caught, which can happen, he
Or
sounds a little.
you check him on the monitor?
No, no, no. We don't use anything like that. If he starts
Oh,
making certain sounds, you know.
oh, okay.
No, we never bought a baby monitor, and we didn't need one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's yeah. Because I see people over here they use it.
I use them here too. I just didn't see the need for it. Like I can
Mhm.
hear him,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
if he says, "Ah, yeah, 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 yeah," he's okay. If he goes, "Ah," he's okay. If he goes,
No, he's not okay, right?
maybe not okay. So you go check.
You
So
funny.
yeah, and if I go sit outside, I use like FaceTime so I can watch him. So
Oh, okay.
don't really need a baby monitor.
Oh, okay.
Amp, welcome to class.
Hi, teacher. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. What have you been doing today? Have you been working, playing,
Uh,
walking?
j- just following some classes here in Berlin.
Well, that's good. Catch any interesting ones today?
Yes, new vocabulary. Yeah.
That's always good. And of course, if you attend my PMP class, you get some new vocabulary there too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, excellent. I'm off tomorrow. I'm not going to have a class tomorrow. The last couple of classes I had, I haven't been filling up, so I've, I think maybe I'm doing too many classes. So I won't be doing a class tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday, and I think I'm back on Sunday. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
on Sunday is good.
Yeah,
No, Sunday is my day off.
well, yeah, it might be my day off too, but if you take a look, my schedule, I've got a lot of classes the following week. It's just if my classes sell out, I do more. If they don't, I do less.
I see. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, a nice number of three today. Let's see, get my timer ready. I think the timer works well. So once again, the purpose of conversation is to just have a conversation. Talk about something that's on your mind. And the first round, you'll have a conversation with me, a short one, and then you guys will pair up. Now, I'm going to suggest a topic today if you have nothing to talk about. Otherwise, you may choose your own topic. But one topic might be really good to talk about is socialism. Is it a good form of government or not? Okay. So, well, let's start with about 2 minutes apiece, and you get to have a conversation with me. Now, conversation means you have to engage the other person. You can't just talk. That's a speech. All right, guys? So don't forget, engage me, practice, and then once we go through this round, you guys get to practice by yourself. So I'll start with Amp. We've got 2 minutes. What's on your mind?
Well, we are supposed to have an socialism government here.
A socialist government?
Yeah, socialism. The title that the government said that socialism in the era, how do you say, siglo? I forgot. The era 21 in the 21st century.
21st century.
21st century, yeah. And well, what's the combination into populism and I don't know. Lately, we have had many protests around the country. The 2 or 3 weeks ago, it stopped when the Pope was coming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are more protests planned for the next week. What is the reasons of the protest? Well, people think that the government is just selling our country to China. Everything that the contract that the country have is with China. But others just say that, well, it's almost the same when we were just sold to the United States. Just we have changed just what is the owner. There are some things that have changed in our country. Yes, that's right. But the corruption also. Maybe the president have good ideas, but the circle that is surrounding him is the same people that have been in the government for 7 years. And
okay, very good. Now, I thought that was a very interesting topic, but was it a conversation?
I thought it was just 2 minutes just to talk and then no?
No, what I said right before we started talking, I said, remember, a conversation is not just you talking for 2 minutes. That's a speech.
Oops.
And of course, you went and gave a speech, so I can't say anything because you've used your 2 minutes up. So we'll go to Elle now. And Elle, what's on your mind?
Can I talk to something else?
What would you like to talk about?
I want to talk about how to improve speaking skill.
Okay.
Yes, my problem is because my husband and I we speaking Thai all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I've been here 7 years, almost 7 years, but I don't think my speaking is improving.
Have you thought of saying to your husband that maybe we should speak English at home?
He just get you to, yeah, sometimes we try, but we didn't get success.
Well, see, what I might suggest then is pick certain days, and these days are English-only days.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And what I would suggest is, even if he starts speaking Thai, you just say, sorry, I don't understand. Right? And maybe make a theme of it. Maybe you watch a TV show for an hour, something you really enjoy, and you guys can talk about that afterwards. Or download a movie and you watch half of it, you make dinner, have an evening of it, and then you talk about the movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so maybe make a theme of it, but try a couple of days a week.
Yeah, I will try, but he's just stubborn.
Well, I mean, you can't force anybody, but you know, if you think it's something you want to try, then you can just say, sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Can you speak English, please?
Yeah. Yeah, I will try. But right now, I just besides speaking English to him, I find a way to like to it's time up, right?
Yes, it is. Well, that's one approach. You can also attend more classes and speak to people like this class. That will help you as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Raphael.
Hello.
Shema. Sorry, that was
Sorry.
Chinese. What do you want to talk about?
Well, actually I started reading the book you suggested in last class, The Phoenix
Ooh.
Conspiracy.
Oh, yes?
Yes, yes. I'm still in the second chapter, but it seems to be very interesting, the story.
Yeah. It starts that way, doesn't it? As soon as you start reading, you want to learn a bit more.
Yes, yes, but my pace is being very slow because I'm trying to understand the words. I've already found almost 40 words I didn't know, so I'm trying to learn these new words, and trying to create more sentences with them. So that's why my pace is being too low. I don't know when I'm going to be able to finish the book, but it's been so far. It's going to be interesting.
Well, and you read that The Conspiracy is the first book, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I was quite surprised by it. I liked it. I found it very exciting, and I think you will too. So keep up the good work.
Yes, yes, I'll try. I'll try to finish the book, because unfortunately I have a flaw. I don't finish there are lots of books I don't finish. I started reading the Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy, but I stopped in the third one, and there are another three. So
Well, yes, but this is your homework assignment.
exactly.
Yes. And actually, there's a BBC version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy too. So there's a TV show and a movie.
Yes, I watched the movie, but the movie it's only about the first one. I wish they could have made the following movies.
I know, I know. All right. Well, thank you, Raphael. So, that's another option you can do is read books in
Yeah,
English.
I do.
Good, good. So it's mostly conversation then.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of conversation, I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes apiece, and you get to have a conversation with each other. I'm going to pair up Amp with L, and Amp or L. You got to make sure that Amp doesn't do all the talking.
Okay, I try to.
You have an advantage, El, because you have someone else to talk with at home the same languages if you want to practice.
No, because we just both of us. We don't have anyone at home. But
you both are learning English.
Yeah. Oh, my husband, he is live here for a long time, and he speak. He don't need to practice with me.
Well, you have to treat him. I am not going to cook if you don't practice with me. So
that's a good idea, Em.
yeah, he's not going to have another option if they don't like if he doesn't like to cook,
Yeah.
but he likes to eat.
How about you, Em? Have you been speaking English with someone at home?
No, unfortunately, the only way that they have is here in classes.
Oh.
And I have some language partner that I just we establish 3 sessions a week.
Oh, cool.
And yes, he's trying to learn Spanish, and yeah, I'm trying to learn.
You guys speak English and Spanish, right?
Or just 45 minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We share, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I do something else. I do the volunteer job where near my house, and the problem is the job that I'm doing is not require a lot of speaking,
Mm.
and yeah, I do a lot of paper works, and then right now I think, oh, my speaking is not improved at all.
Yes, well, I just had an experience a long time ago
Uh-huh.
when a foundation came to my brother's church,
Uh-huh.
and because they were doctors and they needed to explain to the people how to take the pills or something.
Uh-huh.
Well, that is what my help. But yeah, in that time I was worse than now with my English.
How, how long
So
ago? But I think your English is pretty good.
yeah, but I need to improve a lot yet. I need to put
Yeah.
in practice all the vocabulary that we learned, and sometimes yes, I just forgot because I don't use them.
Yeah, that's the problem because we like me. I don't use English every day. That's why sometimes when I speak, I forgot the word or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Excellent. Good job, guys. All right. Raphael, you're stuck with the teacher this time.
Yeah.
All right. You've got 3 minutes, sir. Why don't you start the conversation?
Uh, I'm out of subjects to talk. I don't know.
Can I
What
try?
are okay?
Hi,
Please.
Raphael. How are you?
I'm fine, Simon. Thanks for asking. You?
I'm okay. You look like a dog.
Yes, a dog because I love dogs. I have 3 dogs in my home.
But why is that? You look like you've got a look of a certain particular dog there.
It's just a joke, you know. Because in my childhood I watched lots of these movies and just
Yeah.
Disney cartoons and Pluto's become part of my childhood a little bit.
Yeah, and back then he used to be a planet.
Exactly.
Not anymore.
So nothing more. Just but I think they will be back as a planet.
Have they come up with any new images of Pluto?
Yes, they have disclosed on other images today about since it's so difficult to transmit such a long distance, so
Yeah,
it
it
takes
takes.
time to get high resolution images for the spacecraft.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I see a lot on the internet, but I don't know which one is real. Or
Really, do you have doubts about is whether or not true?
well, yeah, because a lot of the images of Pluto that I see on the internet are made up. They're not true images. They're what people think Pluto looks like. So I don't
Okay.
think we're seeing necessarily the latest ones. Oh, here we go, New Horizons. So maybe this one's new. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sorry, I'm looking at pictures. Continue.
No, because I've been always fascinated about astronomy and study of the outer space. I wish one of my childhood dreams is to become an astronaut, but unfortunately, I have to take another way. My checklist. I don't know. Maybe if I won $100 million, I can buy for a ticket to ride a spacecraft to the future. I don't know.
I think you need a spare $1 billion.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But
it's too bad because I too would like to go into space. Oh, there we go. Time's up. I actually just pressed the stop timer at the wrong time, but our time is up. All right, I'm going to
okay.
change the pairing up a little bit this time. Also set it to 3 minutes. This time, Raphael and Elle, you guys have 3 minutes. Go ahead, please. Raphael
Hi.
needs help though because he doesn't know what to talk about.
Hi, Raphael, right? Raphael.
Hi, Al. Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil, and you?
Oh, I'm from originally I'm from Thailand, but I live in USA.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
I enjoy living there.
Yeah, I like the system over here than my country.
I see. I
Yes.
see. It's nice. It was difficult to adapt.
Uh, at first, yes, but right now I just getting used to everything. Yeah, it's just right now I like better here than Thailand.
I see.
I like
I
to live
see.
here better. Yes. So have you ever been here?
No, I haven't. I'm planning to go, not for stay there, no, just for to visit.
Yes.
Perhaps make some courses there, but not to for a longer stay.
Uh-huh.
Are you studying there, or are you
Yeah.
working?
No, I'm settled here. My husband, I am a citizen right now, and my husband too.
Yes,
Yes, I am. We are settled down here. Yes.
that's nice.
And why? How long have you been learning in English?
Honestly, I don't know because I've been learning for such a long time. I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years. Because I
Oh,
have started, stopped, and started again, and I haven't stayed at a continuous pace of my studying. I have to give another priority. Started college and started university, and late last year I came back, and I'm trying to get this right finally. And
uh-huh.
you?
Oh, I think I've been studying since I was a little, but it's not. When I came here, I think I have to start from the zero because my pronunciation is wrong. My pronunciations most of mostly are wrong. I have to I have to change everything that I used to learn from my country because I learned English from Thai teacher. I think I learned the wrong way. Everything just wrong. Yes, I have to change everything here.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now it's Amp and the teacher. 3 minutes, starting now.
Yes, I heard what Elle said that if you are learning English, it's better that you don't teach your child because then you instead of doing something good for them, you are just confusing him or her. It's better that they learn just by watching the native voice in cartoons, for example.
I know I'm teaching my son how to speak English.
Ah, because you are a native speaker, but I cannot do it. If I have a baby, I am not going to teach them. It's better if he just watch for example, the cartoons with the original language. And yes,
I disagree. So when they're like 1 to 2, almost 1, whatever English you have is going to be better than they're going to be able to speak. As they get older, then find them other sources of English.
yeah, but then you have already learned in one way, and that is difficult to just get rid of that pronunciation, for example.
I don't
It's
know. Like when I listen to little kids speaking English, I can't understand a word they're saying. It's the English is so bad. So they really haven't gotten the dialect or the clarity down right yet. So I wouldn't be too worried about that because just watching TV, kids don't necessarily learn English from watching TV. They learn English from others speaking to them. So if,
Yeah, but it's just like your ear is more familiar with the sound, because in Spanish we have just 5 vowel sounds, but in English you have a lot. So that is the difference. So it's an advantage that you can, you can hear the original voices since you are a child. When you are an adult, it's more difficult to try to make a difference when you have already learned your just 5 vowel sounds.
Yes. Agreed.
It's complicated. I know that.
Oh, I agree. That's why it's always good to teach kids multiple languages when they're young, because their vocal folds are more flexible.
Exactly.
And then if they try to speak other languages as they get older, it becomes easier.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you hear him screaming?
Yeah, your boy.
Yeah. Little
He have
donkey.
good. How do you say that?
Louder.
Lungs.
Lungs. Yes.
Little bugger. All right, well, we're coming close to the end of our time. So let's see, we got a few seconds left. So we got Raphael and Al, Simon and Amp. You guys don't want to do a 3-way conversation, do you? Or do you?
Why not try it?
Raphael, what do you think?
Okay.
Amp?
Okay.
All right, make it so then. I'm just going to shut up. I might jump in. There's no timer then because there's no other students.
Okay, cool.
So if you guys do this right, we could do this the rest of the class and it'll be natural conversation. The only thing I'll do is I'll type things or I'll make corrections, okay?
Okay. Start first. Please.
Who's going to start?
Well, I said start first.
Okay, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Okay. No, I was curious to know that if there are there astronauts in Brazil?
No. Just single astronauts. I mean, they're trying to, because unfortunately our space program isn't too big. It's really rather small. There are some plans to improve it, but unfortunately we are undergoing some economic crisis, and they are cut down investments in the different segments of science and education. Unfortunately, it's been a problem. I don't know, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
How?
What do you think, El, that for example, in the United States or some countries that have programs in the space, invest a lot of money on just to take it? It's that more important that help people, for example, in Africa that need a lot of basic things.
You're talking about
You consider that it's a waste of money to invest in scientists operation like this one that sent and to take pictures from Pluto, for example, instead of invest the same amount of money in helping the people in Africa that need water, medicines.
I think it's not a useless thing. It is good to do this because people in Africa they have no they are lack of opportunity to do everything, and the countries like rich countries should do something to help them. Yeah. Did I answer the questions? I'm not sure.
No, it's your opinion. Yeah. You.
I have a point of view. I believe that nations can do both. The richer nations, the more developed nations, they can do both. They can both invest in science and technology in order to provide um, a better knowledge about the universe, and also to help things, help to develop things here on Earth, maybe in a short or longer term, and they can put more investments in social endeavors, in social activities to help these poor countries. But unfortunately, these poor countries like Africa, it's not the matter of poverty. They undergo several wars there, and they have to deal with it. There are a lot of difference. There are a lot of local conflicts which prevent another nations to help them. So this is one of the reasons. This is another reasons of the problem they need to handle.
Yes, teacher, and you say, what are the rich nations now?
Well,
China.
it really depends on how you measure rich nations now. If you follow the OECD, generally Western nations, Canada, the United States, England, France, Germany, are considered first world or the industrial or rich nations.
Yeah.
The problem is if you look at all these nations, they're so heavily in debt
Yeah.
that, well, it's not just your assets, it's your debts as well. So when you look at the U.S. being a rich nation, but they have $19 trillion in debt, that's a bit of a problem. China has a lot of debt. Germany, France, Canada, they have a lot of debt. So are these nations really rich?
That's the question. And
That's the question.
what are the countries that belong to the second world? Because they talk about first world and third world. Who is the second?
They don't really talk, nobody talks about a second world, but I think those are countries making that transition from the third world to the first world.
Yeah, but nobody knows who belongs to this group.
Nobody cares, I
They
think. That's
refer to
why.
developing countries.
Probably, but nobody cares enough to classify them, right?
Yeah, yeah. Most of them just focus on the first world and the third world, but who is in the middle?
Yeah, I don't know. I never hear it. No one ever talks about it.
Yeah, it's
I was thinking, the richer countries, they are having troubles in order to expand their markets because their markets are rather saturated. But I believe that if these countries trying to help the poorest countries to get more developed, they can find ways to expand their markets and expand their wealth. I don't know. It's just an opinion. Maybe not in short term. Maybe in medium long term, this can be helpful for not only for them but also for all mankind.
And I
the
heard that China is going to face the recession economy very soon because the market in China, the stock market in China is plunging, and if China's have some problem, and all the world will be impacted. Will get impact from China.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Why? Why do we care if China goes into recession? How will it impact us?
Because we like rich nations, they depends on China's labor.
No, I don't see that as a problem because if they face a recession, there's plenty of labor. So there won't be a labor shortage. I
Okay.
don't see that as a problem.
For example, we have in debt with China. If there are problems in China, yes, it's going to affect us because they are going to um, demand that you pay the debt?
Not really. I mean,
I,
Elle is right that China is potentially entering a recession, but it's not a problem for the West for the reasons given. See if you guys can guess why it's a problem.
I believe that China have lots of ties with the Western countries. So if these countries stop buying things for China, buying products for China, they don't have anyone to sell them. So that's going to be a huge hit in their markets.
Most of the things that are just elaborated in China and then just sent to the different markets.
Yeah, but you see, that again, I don't see that as a problem. Because, again, if you have a recession and you need to have stuff made in China, well, guess what? There's plenty of people there. You'll be able to get stuff made. I don't see that being the problem. You're looking at it from the wrong side of the equation. It's not that they can't make stuff.
Don't you think that might be another way that the world will get impact from China?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one way or another.
Oh, I know the way.
What is it?
Well, I want to see if you guys can guess it, because it's not overly complicated. Just think of a person. What makes things bad situation? When do things get bad?
Economy.
Right, but what happens in a bad economy?
You can't afford pay for your
Unemployment.
Oh, no, wait, you can't afford to buy things. So if you can't afford to buy things, you don't what?
Inflation?
No, you don't buy things.
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay, so if China, which has been going to Ecuador and buying a lot of stuff, and in Brazil buying a lot of stuff, and everywhere else, like Canada, buying a lot of stuff, and they stop buying a lot of stuff, now you've got a problem. Your economic output drops. Who's going to buy the oil? Look at what happened to oil prices. They've crashed, haven't they? Well, who's going to buy iron, nickel, magnesium, gold, silver? That's the problem. It's not that China won't make stuff for us. They will. It's that they can't afford to buy the raw materials, or they don't need to.
So what's the solution?
Cry with them.
What is the solution?
Technology, maybe. Trying to invest more in technology of production, creating more jobs, and investing in other segments of economy. Trying to warm a little bit the economy in other segments. That's one of the reasons I like to, I don't know, maybe in the near or because the markets are really saturated, I think. They don't have anywhere else to expand their activities. If they try to lose another, to try to find, if they try to find another ways to establish their commerce, perhaps there's one way out.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. If somebody's in a lot of debt, really bad debt, what do they stop doing?
Stop buying. Stop
buying things, right? And how many countries are in a lot of debt?
Most of us.
Most of us. So what does that mean for the world economy?
A disaster.
It's going bad because when you stop buying things and the money not flow, and the economy should be getting worse.
It builds disaster. Yeah, it's building to a disaster,
Hmm.
right? Look at Greece. What happened to Greece?
Yeah, because Greece they have a lot of corruptions. The army, right? Because the money go to the army a lot than go to the people.
I didn't know Greece had an army. But yeah,
Well,
money's been badly managed.
so you know what Greece produces? What's the main product? Are they rich in oil or?
Olives, olive oil.
Oh yes, Greece. They used to have the army, and then they just oh yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, you're thinking back to Alexander the Great.
But just olive oil.
And tourism. I think that
Really?
is the is the best income for them. Just tourism. I haven't heard something that is outstanding.
Yes. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I just said tourism is the only thing that I heard from Greece.
Well, if I was to guess the top 5 products exported by Greece, pretty good chance that petroleum would be one of them. Aluminum plating.
What's that?
Well, it's aluminum plating. I don't exactly know what it is, but it's to do with aluminum and plating it. Raw
Okay.
cotton.
Okay.
Yeah, and top 5 imported products. Crude petroleum. Okay, refined petroleum, and yeah, it's kind of boring what they do. Okay,
So basically speaking, they don't have a way out of this crisis.
well,
No.
there is something companies do and people do when they don't have any money. You go bankrupt.
I don't think the only way out of the crisis is if they have their debts forgiven by the
Oh, I
markets.
don't think that's going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But if they just uh, lend money again,
Mhm.
it's just uh, they are going to start the cycle again, but they are not going to be better than they are now.
Hmm.
Yes, but I think if they start lending some money, some country should help them to run the country. Cannot let them to do by themselves because that people they don't have enough. What did you call? I think they're not qualified to
Run the
re,
country.
rebuild the country.
I think what you're talking about is a military invasion.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I heard about that.
I don't think that's a very good option.
Uh-huh.
Let's put it this way: if I was really bad at money and I was always in debt and I borrowed money but I never paid it back, always borrowing more money, would you want to lend me money?
No, no way.
Well, wait a minute. So if I borrowed money from you and I wasn't paying it back, would you forgive some of that money?
No,
Wait a minute. But you want Greece to forgive.
no. I said that if if like a rich country want to help Greeks, and if they want to give like lend the money to Greeks, they need to put their people in the country. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know what you mean by put the people in the country because the people are already in the country. What do you
Right,
mean?
because Greeks. What should I say? The okay. Why um what should I say? Who govern Greeks right now? I think they they not qualify to rebuild the country.
True, but it's their sovereign country. You can't really have other countries take over because that's an invasion.
Okay. Like
now, one thing that Germany and others have insisted is they've started liquidating Greek assets. They said to them, we'll loan you 89 billion euros, but we want you to take 50 billion euros worth of state assets and give control of them to us. So yeah, we'll loan you money, but you need to start selling off your assets. Right? So it's a fire sale.
Directly or not, this is an invasion.
Well, it's an economic one.
This is a polite way of invading the country.
Well, it's a smart way. When you invade a country, you bomb it, you destroy the infrastructure, you spend a lot of money on the military, then you have to spend money rebuilding. If you do it economically, nobody gets hurt, you don't destroy infrastructure. Yeah. Maybe, right? The European Union, it's kind of like the song by the Eagles called Hotel California. You can come in, but you can never leave.
I love this song.
Well, it's looking like Hotel Greece right now. You know, yes, Greece, you can enter the Union, but you can never leave. Right? It's like joining the mafia.
Don't you think it would be better if they leave the euro?
Better for who?
For Greece in this situation, right? In this current situation.
I don't know. I'm not very smart. I want to know what AMP thinks.
No, people disagree with the idea of having a new bailout because they think that when they get money, it's the same. They don't invest in education or on the social programs, so it's going to be the same history, and they don't get any progress. And the worst part is that we don't see that the production of the country is going to increase in some way, that they are going to guarantee that they are going to pay back that money and they can solve the problem. But there is nothing that they produce that can help them.
Okay, let me create a scenario for you. AMP, L, and Simon owe Raphael lots of money. Simon owes Raphael more than AMP and L. Simon goes to Raphael and says, hey, Raphael, I can't afford to pay you back the money. Raphael beats me up and puts me in the hospital. Now, what are the chances that AMP and L are going to say we don't have money to Raphael? It's not going to happen, right? You guys are going to say, oh, yes, we'll pay you back your money, right? Because Raphael made an example of me. Okay, let's look at Greece now. So Greece said, I can't afford to pay you, we're not going to pay you, we're going to have a referendum, and yep, we don't have to pay you. Okay. So the rest of Europe said, no. No, that's not how it is. And essentially, yesterday, Greece was told you're going to sell off, put about $50 billion worth of your state assets under our control. We'll loan you the money. You have to do this, 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 and this, which you said you never would. So now other countries such as Spain or Ireland or Italy that might be having trouble financially, they'll think twice before they go to the European Union and say, yeah, we can't pay the money back. Because they see how Greece is being made an example of. Right? Because if they forgive Greece's debt and they make it easy for Greece, and well, then why won't other countries do it? Yeah. If I'm Spain and I'm in trouble, why would I
pay you back?
Greece got their debt forgiven. Why should I have to pay?
Right? That example.
Yeah. So they're making an example out of Greece. They're saying no, you do not get to state the terms. You were not going to forgive your debt. And
And
here's what you're going to do.
and what they want Greece to do.
Raise taxes, cut
Wow,
pensions,
poor people.
lay off public service, cut public service. Oh, all sorts of things.
Yeah, just a short term, right? But like when the economy get better, they can start hire people.
Ask Jamaica how they feel about their situation with the IMF. Back in the 70s, Jamaica had to go to the IMF to borrow money because of the oil crisis. They couldn't afford it. In the years since, their debt has gone higher, not lower. They've been forced to eliminate all tariffs. So the United States and other countries can sell stuff to Jamaica with subsidies to the point where Jamaicans can't make it themselves. So their industries are dying off. So they're ruining their own economy because they're so far in debt. The countries that they owe money to are saying, no, this is what you're going to do. And they start controlling the countries. So you got to be careful. If you owe a lot of money and you're not militarily strong like the US or China, countries can push you around when you owe them a lot of money.
Thailand used to loan the money from IMF maybe 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily we had a good prime minister. They pay back within a few years. They pay off IMF a few years
That's
later on.
good.
Yes.
What happened to most of Latin America during the 80s and 90s with debt?
It was increasing and increasing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And what happened to that debt?
Well, in my country, the president, when he started the second period, I think, or the first one,
Mhm.
and he said that he's not going to pay anymore because he had already paid a lot. And he just started having the negotiation with China,
Mhm.
and no more loans to the United States or IMF.
Yeah. And it takes courage for a country to do that. Greece tried to do that.
Yeah, but Greece, it belongs to brotherhood. That
Yeah,
you are in and you're a member and you cannot leave
that's
the
right.
brotherhood.
Yeah, once you join a gang, you can never leave. Well, you can, but only if you're dead,
Yep.
right? So it's
Yeah, because if decide to follow the referendum results, probably the all of the countries are going to give the back to them. Now, what is going to have business with them in Europe, and it's going to be the same. Probably worst.
yeah, not a good situation.
No, they are just enclosed in a big problem.
Where you from, Em? Sorry, I did.
From Ecuador.
Pardon?
From Ecuador.
All right, you guys are getting quiet. I think you're getting tired.
No, not getting.
I think it's time for some ice cream.
you have ice cream at night time too?
No, I actually don't have ice cream, but if I wanted a treat, this is what I would probably have. I start by making a cup of tea. I know how very British of me, but I am British. And then maybe one of these.
What's that?
What's
Sweet
that?
potato. Oh, pastry.
Pastry.
That is
Cake.
that is Chinese. Chinese.
Oh,
Sweet
Chinese.
pastry.
That's Chinese. I say the Chinese language.
I see sweet potato pastry, but if you think that's Chinese,
I don't think it's Chinese because pastry is usually American. American. It's a typical.
English.
Oh, it's English.
Yeah.
Oh, over here, American. Oh, you
Oh.
can.
If you go to, yeah, but most places in the United States, they won't use a word like pastry. They don't know what it means. It's more of a fancy word. Most in the U.S., they'll say donuts or cakes, or they'll say things like Little Debbie's. But pastries, in larger cities, yes, you'll see pastry shops. But in most of rural America, they don't know what pastries are.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah. Like donuts are very popular. Like Walmart will sell Little Debbie's and snack cakes and that kind of thing. And so usually they refer to them by the brand name.
yeah.
But they,
Uh,
they eat puff pastry.
Americans love their donuts and Little Debbie's and all those things. Krispy Kreme. Oh,
I don't eat that.
oh, it's horrible. It just. I remember a friend let me try some. I said, "Oh my God, that's disgusting."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like so much sugar, so much fat, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Over here, people over here they love sweet. Yeah, they love.
Well, that's why I like the Chinese pastries because they're not very sweet.
Yeah.
There is a recent poll that showed that almost 50% of Americans are overweight. Perhaps it's one of the reasons.
Yeah, but don't forget, 50% are not.
I think these days, American people they don't gain a lot of weight than before.
Well, part of it is education. Another part of it is marketing. This whole idea, big business will say, no, there's nothing wrong with sugary drinks. And we want to put them in schools, and school lunches are high fat, high starch, and business doesn't seem to care as long as they can get their profits. So it's no wonder why a lot of people are overweight. You drink a lot of orange juice, you're going to get fat. Drink a lot of pop, you're going to get fat.
Yeah.
Because your body can't deal with that much of a sugary intake. So that's why you see a lot of the Western world getting fat because of all these processed foods.
Yes, processed. I never eat processed food at all.
Neither do I. Well, look at me. Do I look like I eat a lot of processed food, right? So avoid processed food. It doesn't matter what diet you're on. Avoid processed food.
Yeah, that's true. Are you British?
Yes, I am.
Oh, because your accent don't quite hard like some British people speak.
You're saying you don't believe me. You're saying I sound Canadian.
No, I don't say that.
Well, I would say that. Raphael, do I sound British or Canadian?
Your accent, it's very American. Honestly, I don't see you as a British.
Yeah.
Raphael, you're fired. Leave my class.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
I lived in the U.S. I've lived in many countries, but if I wasn't British, would I have one of these?
Oh, yeah.
How long did you live in Britain?
What do you mean? Oh, is it? Oh, wait. Now I'm getting the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't have to answer that question, but I'll show you. See,
Yeah.
it's the internet, so I'm not going to show actual details of the
No,
maps.
don't do that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's that's one of my passports. I'm an international man of mystery and intrigue, so I have several passports.
I didn't say I'm not believe you, but you're just unique British.
Well, you travel the world. Over time, you just you adapt. You learn different things, right?
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Thank you very much. At least somebody does.
You can sleep now.
Because
You can
you,
sleep
you
pretty
show
cold.
passport.
Yeah.
Because I'll believe you.
Because you show your passport. How can I not believe you?
Hey, look, and how cool is a British passport? We have a unicorn on the front.
United.
Ah,
What?
yeah. Yeah.
Like, how cool is that? Unicorns.
What does it mean?
That
What
means that
does it
doesn't exist.
Huh?
Hold on, I got a freak over here. Just a minute. What's this freak doing?
Hey!
He is always smiling.
Hi. Oh.
Donkey! Donkey! Oh yeah, he just hung up on you guys. There we go. We gotta go away now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Master
cute.
po-
I
well,
love.
guys, that brings us to the end of another one.
Yes.
I'm off tomorrow, but I'm back on Friday. Good class for vocabulary.
I love taking class with you.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, we don't have as many in the class right now, but I kind of like this better because it's a little more relaxed, more
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like what should I say? I feel like so close with with your guys.
Yeah, good. Well, you know what? These
Good.
are Amp and Raphael are two of my regulars, so if you come to my classes, chances are you'll find at least one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I
Yeah.
try.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go and deal with them.
Yeah.
Okay.